Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we're looking at the 1997 release by WB Toys or Warner Brothers Toys from their Babylon 5 6-inch action figure range. And this particular action figure we are looking at today is Ambassador Jikar, and he comes complete with his Narn Fighter. And this is the card that the figure comes on. And it says at the very top, Ambassador Jikar with Narn Fighter, assortment number 20017, number 20015, ages 4 and up. And just below the writing, you can see an image of the Babylon 5 space station. And at the bottom, you've got Ambassador Jikar and the Narn Fighter, miniature Narn Fighter behind the bubble. And it says Babylon 5, Earth Alliance Space Station. And on the bottom right-hand corner, you've got the Warner Brothers logo. And on the bottom left-hand corner, you've got the exclusive Premiere logo. Okay, so that is the front of the card. Now, before we have a good look at the figure itself, let's turn the card round and have a look at what's printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around and this is what we got on the back. So again, it's got assortment number 20017, item number 20015. It's Ambassador Jikar with Narn Fighter. And it says, as a young Narn, Jikar saw his father die at the hands of his Century master and swore to serve his people ever after. He first came to Babylon 5 in 2056, hoping to strengthen Narn security and to gain new alliances. Jikar believes that the annihilation of the Century race is the only way to secure Narn's future. It says, Babylon 5, Earth Alliance Space Station. The Babylon 5 project was launched by Earth Alliance President Luke Santiago in 2249 following the conclusion of the Earth-Minbari War. The project's goals was to create an environment in which humans and aliens could resolve their differences peacefully and, above all, avoid another war based on a misunderstanding. Babylon 5 came online in 2056 and turned fully operational in 2057. The station is located in the area of neutral space, the Aphrodite sector, relatively central to the 5 major powers: Earth Alliance, Minbari Federation, Century Republic, the Narn regime, and the Volan Empire. When the Narn Century War broke out in 2259, it was the beginning of the end of Babylon 5's peacekeeping mission. However, in 2260, the station assumed a greater function as a last best hope for victory in the war against the Shadows. And just below that, we've got the Narn Fighter. It says the Narn Fighter is a short-range military fighter designed for a single pilot. Each is equipped with 2 pulse discharge cannons and quick reaction maneuverability. It says collect the Babylon 5 Collector Series figures. And you've got Captain John Sheridan in Earth Force uniform, Ambassador Dellen, and Ambassador Londo Malari. Each sold separately, subject to availability. Product details and colour may vary from photography shown. Proof of purchase, Ambassador Jikar, and you've got the safety information and the manufacturer's details at the bottom and the copyright information. You've also got the Warner Brothers toy logo and the exclusive Premiere toy logo. Okay, so that is the back of the card. Without further ado now, let's turn the card back round to the front and have a good look at the figure itself. Okay, so I've turned the card around and zoomed right in on the figure itself. Unfortunately, because it's still sealed on the card, I can't remove the figure from the packaging, but we can see him very, very clearly through the bubble. And this is the Ambassador Jikar, and now he was played in the television series by Andreas Katsulas, who was also he'd done quite a lot of sci-fi television series. He's also the Romulan commander Tomalak in Star Trek: The Next Generation. So he'd been around a bit, done a lot of television work, and been in a lot of sci-fi television programs. Unfortunately, sadly, he died in 2006. But anyway, the figure here is a very good likeness to him as the character of Ambassador Jikar. The sculpting is just superb. Just look at on that sculpting now. It's just absolutely fantastic and really does look like the character from the TV series. And he is dressed in his Narn attire, his battle attire. If you just go down, you can see him all in his armour, with his armour gloves and his black trousers and his black boots. Now, these figures are all 6-inch figures. They're all the same size, but let's just actually see what so that runs into about 16 centimeters. If we measure across at the widest point, you're looking at about 7 centimeters. If you can just see that, about 7 centimeters, and depth wise we are looking at approximately about 3 centimeters deep. So that gives you an idea of the size of the figure. Articulation wise, well, these figures weren't great with the articulation. I don't think any of them were. Let's just bring the figure forward. So we know that the head moves from side to side. We know that the arms lift up. There's no articulation on the elbows, and there's no articulation on the hands. So it's literally just the arm. Now we know the legs move. Now it looks like there could be articulation here on the knee joints on this particular figure. I think there is. If we're looking closely at that, yep, I'm pretty certain there's articulation on the knees, but obviously nothing on the feet. So this one has a little bit more articulation than some of the others, but yeah, still not as much articulation as I think we have come to expect from a lot of the action figures of this time. But even so, that's my only criticism of these figures, because otherwise these figures are fantastic. I really do think they certainly look the part. The sculpting is second to none, and overall, yeah, very, 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 very good design and detailing. And I've also, over to the right hand side is his miniature Narn Fighter. We just have a quick zoom on that, and that is the one-man battleship from the Narn race. That appeared in many episodes of Babylon 5 also. So how well did these figures do? Well, yeah, they've done okay. They weren't, obviously the series wasn't as popular as Star Trek or Star Wars, so the hype and the figure and the merchandise was never as going to sell as much as what Star Trek and Star Wars was or has, unfortunately. But even so, I mean, these are fantastic figures. Apart from the articulation, which is my only criticism, these figures are absolutely fantastic, and I really, really, really do like them. But they've done okay on sales. I'll say not as great as what I think they could have been if they were promoted better. I don't know what they were like in the States, but I'm just really going by the UK. I know when we had the shop, there was really not a great deal of promotion on these figures at all. So we had a couple of cases of these come in, and we did sell them, but they took quite a while to sell. So yeah, they just weren't flying off the shelf like we had all expected them to do so. But of course, that now makes them very collectible and quite sought after. And trying to find them now in this mint and open condition is very difficult indeed. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, or you'll be able to find these and many other vintage Babylon 5 items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.